Okay, there we go. All right, it is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome to our regular Wednesday night members-only meeting of the Instant Reseller Club. So today we got a real treat because you won't have to listen to me talk for the whole time. And so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Frank Andrus. And I created this entire system to help people with the two biggest challenges: generating enough leads to make some money and being able to earn daily commissions. Doing your primary opportunity, right? So being able to generate leads and make money doing whatever it is you prefer to do online, whatever product, service, or opportunity you want to offer. And one of the things that I can say about my career in online marketing is that the major majority of it, I struggled. I always managed to spend more money than I could make, and I'm glad that that's not true anymore. And what we try to do on these webinars is explain how I managed to do that. Now, this is a topic that's a little foreign to me, because I guess when I tried this process, you know, Safelists, about maybe 4 years ago, I don't think I knew exactly how they worked or if I was doing it right, because it didn't have results. However, recently, I got to know that one of the ladies, she was going to do a tutorial for us, and she wasn't able to be here tonight, but Janet Legere,
she's here.
She is here. Okay, well, maybe we'll bring Janet on after all. Janet was called to be grandma, so she wasn't sure if she could attend. But it looks like she just signed in, so that's great. So what I was telling you about Janet is I'd done some business with her, but I didn't realize that her entire business model was around Safelists and viral mailers. I personally didn't think they were worth anything. I didn't think they worked. And then since then, I met Marvin Williams, and I guess it's about maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I bought this really interesting product that he made, and actually we'll talk for a second about it, because he made us a similar product that is inside the club, and it lets you generate leads and make money instantly. So instead of just getting a subscriber, you get a subscriber, but one that's paid you. How cool is that, right? And he is a professional at this sort of marketing, and we had a debate about it, and he showed me a little bit more, pulled back the curtain of what he's doing, and I can say that, you know, anybody who's making money at it, it's working for them, right? And then last, I met about two months ago, I met Barbie, and she joined, and she's had really good success with the Instant Reseller Club, and she's going to come on in a minute and talk to us about that. But what I didn't know is that one of her main methods of marketing was the topic that we're going to talk about tonight. Okay? So I'm just going to take one of the things I didn't do that I always do is, can people see me and hear me? I've been babbling for a while, but all right. Okay. So okay, Marvin says yes. All right. So I just went full tilt into the topic, and I kind of half introduced some of the people that you're going to hear from. And one of the things I didn't do is explain what the hell are we talking about here. So in this graphic, it says Safelists mailers. Safelists are email subscribers agreed to receive mails from other advertisers in order to earn credits to mail their own websites. You can receive hundreds of emails a day, and you can mail to thousands for earning credits in the emails. So if you understand that, you join a system that you're saying, okay, I'm a member, you're allowed to send me emails to my email address. And then of course, if I can get credits one of two ways. I can click on those emails and check out the offers, and I'll earn credits, and those credits add up, and then I can use those credits to mail my own advertisements. And then of course, all viral mailers or Safelists, they give you the opportunity to buy credits as well. Okay, so one of the things that we're going to do here is that Janet has several viral mailers, and she's agreed to give me a very, very generous package of mailing credits. Okay, and so that's going to mean that's going to mean you're going to get a very good opportunity to mail out thousands and thousands and thousands of emails to test this out for yourself. And for those of you that stay to the end, I had a conversation with somebody a little bit earlier. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but we got a whopping bonus on top of that. All right. So one of the things that I wanted to find out today, and we're going to hear from the people who really know about this topic, is, you know, is this something that can make you money, or is this something that just costs you money? All right. And as you heard me say already, that was my opinion. I thought this was something that was just another way for people who were at the top of the ladder to get more money from the people at the bottom. And then I thought that, you know, without knowing much about it, I just assumed that if I wasn't able to have any success, it must be no good. Okay. And as I told you, you know, I know 3 people now that you know, I trust their ethics, and I know a little bit about how they go about marketing, and they're making money with this method. So obviously there's some validity. Okay, so to get right going, all right, Dusty emailed out 98,000 today. And you know what, Dusty? I was poking my nose around today, and I actually come across one of your emails in my inbox, because I signed up for a bunch of these things yesterday. And of course, most of the emails, I might even show you, you know, let me take a look at what's in there first, and let me see if okay. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that just to show you. Okay, I'm just going to go to a quick screen share. Now, the reason why I wanted to show you this is because I'm going to guess they're going to come on and tell you a little bit more, but this is the reason why I don't think this works for most people. And there we got my screen. Where is it now? Oh, right here. Okay, I'm gonna move this out of the way. Try to make this a little bit bigger. All right. So you see, these are all emails coming in now from different mailer systems, okay? So, you know, join the most efficient team on the market. Myself personally, what does that say to me? Okay, well, you want to join my team, you want to sell something to me right off the bat. What are you offering me? You're asking me to do something. Join the most efficient team on the market. Who the hell cares? Right? You're asking me to do something. You're not offering me nothing, right? It's time to start to see the results you deserve. Okay, well, maybe that's a little bit, right? It's simple, it's easy, it's backup and full-time income. Okay, so you're asking me to join something again. I know that, right? We get hundreds and hundreds of these, you know? It's a payday for Amazon affiliates. All right, so this one has a great big advertisement. Maybe I would click on this one. This one tells me I'm going to get 250,000 advertising credits, absolutely no cost. Maybe I'm going to click on that to find out, because what's happening there? I'm getting something for nothing. I mean, I might go to that page and discover that there's a catch. There maybe is, there maybe not. I never clicked on it. I don't have no idea what that advertisement is, good, bad, or otherwise. But, you know, but I think you understand what I'm talking about. $12 sign-up bonus, daily cash, free traffic. Okay, maybe I might click on that. Make $5,000 per month with email marketing. I get 100 emails telling me I can make $100 a day, $300 a day, $5,000. I know they're going to sell me some training to make that money, or they're going to sell me a system to make that money. I don't think this works, but giving me a whole bunch of free advertising might work, right? Okay, so now I'm going to go back to this and sharing. Okay. So the key here is, you know, I just looked at about, what, 10 titles, and I could see right off the bat that 8 out of 10 of those things that were mailed to me, I would never open them. I would never open them for any reason, because you need to offer me something, or you need to be like ridiculously creative to get my attention. And I think that's where most people need the help here. And you know what the good part is? That applies to anything, right? It doesn't matter if you're making a post on LinkedIn, Facebook, a safe list, a traffic exchange, anywhere you market. You need to do it the right way. But to make sure that we're going to do it the right way on this kind of platform, let's talk to some people that know what they're talking about. So I'm going to bring up Barbie first. So this is Barbie, and I never asked her how to pronounce the last name, but pretty sure I'm going to get away with Zabel would be okay. Maybe I didn't pronounce it exactly right. If I didn't, my apologies. So as I told you, I met Barbie in July, and we've had a couple conversations since then. So Barbie started marketing in 2006. All right, so she's been at this for a little bit. You know, so she's obviously, she's went through all the learning curves and things that most of us do. So she is a full-time online marketer, and she's had some very successful years. Okay, not only a full-time online marketer, but make a full-time living online. All right, so one of the things that when I was talking with her and trying to dig into a little bit of her past and to understand how she markets and the secrets of her success, it was very, very easy for me to notice that to be disciplined, right? She's the type of person that gets up and shows up and does the do things day after day after day. Like, you know, we were talking a little bit earlier today, and she says, well, I don't put in full-time hours. Because I was asking her about, you know, about this being a full-time income. She said, yeah, but I don't put in full-time hours. But that doesn't mean that she doesn't do the things she has to do each and every day. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to find her, and I'm turning on the microphone for her. Now you'll have to accept that, Barbie, and then I'll see that you've accepted, and then I'll turn on the video. So I know you were having a little bit of problems earlier, right? So I'm still waiting. All right, so I'm going to mute myself in a second because there's lots of feedback. Can you hear me, Margaret?
I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. All right, so maybe if you could, I'm not sure. I'm going to mute myself very shortly there, but maybe if you could start out, tell them a little bit about yourself and why you joined the Instant Reseller Club.
I was successful a few years ago in a particular company, which I did through Safelists Marketing, and that company went through some changes that I wasn't real comfortable with. So I've been floundering around for a while trying to find something else that would float my boat in the same way that that company did. I was really looking for something to fall in love with again, because I was using Safelists Marketing to promote things that could make me a little money, but I wasn't really in love with them. They weren't leveraged properly. I wasn't making a living at those, and I wanted to make a living income again, and I wanted to have fun doing it. So when Instant Reseller Club came along, that sounded fun, and it made sense to offer something free, offer quality things for free in order to get people to pay attention to you, to get on your list. One of the things that we're taught in list building is to offer value to your subscribers. And Instant Reseller Club is one way that I have found to be able to do that. And because of the value of what is offered there, I've been able to make just passive income from it. And since then, I have found a company that I'm very much at home with, that is leveraged, that will allow me to build, a giant income again, like I did before. And here I am again. I'm on the safe list, and I'm bringing in new members. It works. And I disagree with you in that just because you are not interested in learning how to make money in different ways, Frank, a lot of people are. A lot of people pay attention to money. You seem to pay attention to free stuff and free advertising, but I've learned probably more this year than in any other year that when I base what I do only on my own opinions and my own way of doing things and my own interests, I really kick my own butt and fail, because not everybody is like me. So I'm really trying to use creativity and round out what I would pay attention to and use different subject titles that even I wouldn't. And some of those I've had success with. So what else would you like to know? Come back in.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't agree with you more. One of the things about entrepreneurs is sometimes we don't listen when we should, and that's why I'm having different people on about the subject, because I didn't have success. It doesn't mean it doesn't work, and I'm open, but sometimes, but not always at first. So if you were to give somebody the simplest advice about this, I know this is a complex question, but everybody's got a different business. Everybody has maybe a different way to go explain their business. But if you're going to try to go about getting attention on a safe list, what is your basic recommendations? I guess that's what I'm asking.
If you just join 5 of them and advertise on 5 of them, you're never going to get very far. It's a numbers game, just like your MLM opportunities out there. It's a numbers game, and if you can sit and spend, if you can sit and spend, an hour and a half, 2 hours just in copy and pasting an ad into a safe list that you belong to. You get in, paste your ad, get out, go to the next one, paste your ad, send it, get out, over and over and over again. This is really relaxing to me. I have my morning coffee with it. I can turn on the TV if I want. I can turn on the radio if I want. It's a relaxing way to spend the morning, actually. So, I forget the question. Sorry about that. What was the question?
I think you got the question. You basically explain if somebody's going to have success. One of the main pointers that you're suggesting is that a couple's not enough, and without even trying it, when I was looking into some, I probably agree with you on there. And good news is we're gonna get people hooked up with all kinds of different things if they really want to try this method. Now, you brought in hundreds of people into the Instant Reseller Club in only 60 days, and without giving away all your trade secrets. Explain maybe some of the basic strategies or ideas behind some of the things that you presented to get those people to say yes to you, to engage with you, say yes, and join.
Well, as you mentioned, people like free stuff. So a lot of people that I've brought into other programs are really missing a capture page system. Some of the programs and systems out there don't offer one, and you do. So that's a big. It's not a selling point. I mean, it's free. So I've really led with that most of the time. Premium capture page system, totally free. And then I go on to talk about the other softwares that are free, and then I go on to talk about just by giving it away, making that passive income. So even now, on the safe lists, when I'm promoting my main opportunity, I put a small little classified ad on the bottom of it to give away that premium capture page system. So while I'm advertising my main opportunity and the credit link for the safe list, this little classified ad is still bringing Instant Reseller Club people in. They're trickling in every day still, and I'm not even focusing on it.
Okay, well, thanks so much. I really appreciate you. I know when we were talking earlier, you mentioned this is not your most comfortable thing to do in the world, and I can certainly relate. But you did a great job, and I'm sure some of the people listening here are richer for some of the words you said. I certainly appreciate your involvement in the Instant Reseller Club. Like you said, you're promoting something totally different. And on Saturday, I read one of your posts, and I went in and I checked on what you did. So you were promoting something totally different, and you still brought in 8 referrals into the Instant Reseller Club on Saturday alone. So thank you very much for that. And I'm sure if anybody wants to hit Barbie up in the group and ask her any questions, I'm very sure she'd be happy to give you the benefit of her experience. Thanks, Barbie.
Thanks, Frank.
Okay, so I'm back. All right. What are you pointing at?
Are you there?
Yes. Everybody can still hear me now, yeah? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, good, good. Okay, so Janet, we didn't know if you were going to be able to join us. So you are mentioning that you may or may not have some issues with your internet. Should Marvin's going to come up here in a minute and share some golden nuggets with us too, but are we gonna ask you to come on board? My mic will work. It's iffy here. Okay, so
We could try the audio.
all right. Well, you know what we'll do is we'll do that at the very end, and especially if we got some questions. And okay, so you know what? So let's just recap what Barbie was saying. Okay, she was doing really good with the company for several years, making a full-time income. Looking around, she found us online, got her motivated, gave her some free stuff to offer. Now she's got another primary opportunity. She's one of the top earners in the Instant Reseller Club. Like I said, passive people. She brings the people into me. I do the selling, and if her people do the buying, she gets some commissions, right? Now, that's pretty cool to be able to do that passively. Like I tell people all the time that giving away free stuff works. Every time I do it, I can bring in lots of people every day, and I hear people complaining, Frank, this doesn't work, this doesn't work. Well, I don't know what to say. I tend to have to think that you're not doing it if it doesn't work, or if you really are doing it. If you really are following my instructions and it doesn't work, then you need to contact me, because I'll be glad to go through every part of your process to see if I can make a suggestion, to see if I can notice something that is not being done maybe just a little bit off, and it's making all of the difference. Because those of us who are just offering great value and free stuff, it's easy to bring people in. And I'm not saying that because I know a lot of people say that kind of nonsense, right? It's not easy to make money, but it's easy to give away free stuff. It is, right? Okay, so enough about that. Like I was telling you before, I just want to bring up one thing. I'm going to go, while I'm talking about this, I'm going to share my screen again. Sorry, I just got to get signed up here.
Hi, and welcome.
All right. So I first bumped into Marvin online. I never talked to him or anything, but I bought a program similar to, and I asked him when I was bringing this, I said, listen, could you make a version just for us? Okay. So what I liked about this is an entire system that's a replicated system. So when you join, you get landing pages, splash pages, capture pages, all designed to get people to sign up, and they pay $10 for this entire system so that they can share it with others to use. Like, I'm not going to go into all of the pages and all of that stuff, but this is a really, really cool system. I forget exactly how many. It's 7 or 8 custom pages designed totally for you, and it's about making cash while you build your list. Okay, building a list can cost money, especially with autoresponders and other things. And how cool is it if you can actually get somebody to pay you to come onto your list? And this is what this little system's all about. Marvin was talking about some big enhancements to it. I guess, if I'm not mistaken, I think he said they're about 2 weeks away. But right now, it is a ridiculous deal at $10, considering the entire website system and everything is yours, totally replicated, your own version. And when they pay you, not somebody else, and then that person pays you. This goes directly into your payment processor, I think, and he shows you how to set all of that stuff up inside. Okay, so that's how I come across Marvin. And then a little while ago, I started talking to him about it, and we were talking about all kinds of different programs that we might do together. I asked him to make this. I asked him to make that software that I just explained to you. And sorry, I got to end the sharing. All right, so there's Marvin. So I asked him to make this software, and he graciously agreed. So a little bit about Marvin, all right? So I got my pencil in his. So he started marketing in 2001. Like, wow, it's a long time to be online. And in 2007, he went full time. Okay, so he's been marketing online full time, and you know, just like Barbie was saying a little bit earlier, you know, I'm an entrepreneur and I make things go for myself, and I don't always agree with everything, right? And sometimes it takes a good jolt for somebody to bump you enough to open your mind so you're willing to hear what they have to say and accept different possibilities. And one of the first conversations I had with him, we bumped heads about this safe list issue. And then he went in and he was showing me a little bit of the money that he made, and it was early in the month, and I was thinking, well, okay, I have to learn a little bit more about this now. Then I found out that, you know, he's been marketing for a long time, but he's very, very involved in this type of marketing, right? And me and Marvin share some real similarities. We have different forms of marketing, but we really believe in providing the done-for-you system as much as possible and creating instant income. That's what the Instant Reseller Club is all about, right? About being able to either provide you some passive income and do the selling for you, or be able to give you the products and then you can sell them yourself and get 100% of the money instantly. Another reason, you know, like Barbara was saying, you don't always get along with your peers or agree with your peers. Not get along, agree would be the better word. And I have a saying that I seen. I went to a conference once, and it was printed in just giant letters over the door, and it said, when two people always agree on everything, one of them is not necessary. And I laugh because every time I talk with Marvin, every time, we have so much in common, and we are total opposite ends of the spectrum on other things, and that's fantastic, because you can't learn, change, and grow if you don't interact with people who have stuff to teach you, right? And you don't always have to agree with everybody on everything. Like I said, our one of you is not required in the relationship. So I'm gonna bring Marvin up, and and he's gonna share a little bit about himself, and he's gonna tell you why he chose this kind of medium and to do his marketing, and maybe give you some pointers as how the do's and don'ts type stuff. Eh? So now I gotta, sorry, I just gotta, this is the first time I've done this with people, so I'm glad you're being a little patient with me, everybody, because now there he is. Okay, so Marvin, I'm turning on your microphone now. You'll have to first accept that, and when you do that, I'll turn on your camera. Okay.
Are you able to hear me? Can anybody hear me?
I got you now.
Sound like I'm getting some feedback here.
Okay, and I'm turning my audio.
Give me 1 minute. Let me check my audio. Can you hear me okay? That's a yes. No feedback? Okay, good evening, everybody. Like my good friend Frank was saying, my name is Marvin Williams. I've been online marketing now for, well, since 2001, and went full-time in 2007, well, for the last couple of years. And basically, I mean, what I do is I build instant payment programs, and I try to build them in a way where anyone can get into them and start earning instant payments within them. And it's pretty much a complete done for you funnel. It comes with capture pages and everything in them. But the topic of tonight is what we're talking about is Safelists. And like me and Frank was discussing a little bit earlier, as he was saying that they really don't work. And I was telling him that anything works if you market it correctly. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. If it did not work, then you would not have so many people doing it. But it all works. It all depends on how you market something in order for it to work. And I've been, I've done a lot of different type marketing online. I started out doing multi-level marketing, did that for a while. Did not like waiting for someone to send me payments. And then I started dabbling in the instant payment stuff. And that's when I started building those little funnels and setting them up. And it gives me great joy building those little programs to help people, because what they do is they allow you to start earning instant payments to fuel your primary program, whatever that may be. And if you're not getting money coming in right away to pretty much leverage your other programs or your primary program, you're pretty much going to be twirling your thumbs. And when I got into Safelist marketing, I thought it wasn't going to work as well. All these emails coming into your inbox, and I just started figuring out, different ways to, how do I put this? Different ways to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And the way you got to use Safelist is very simple. I mean, you need to create at least 2 email accounts only for using Safelist. I mean, if you're going to be using if you're going to be using it for your primary email, you're going to get, flooded with emails. Right now, I have about 86 Gmail accounts, and any one of them I can log into that has close to 500,000 emails in it, because I'm in about maybe 2,500, 3,000 safe lists. And I mean, like Bobby was saying earlier, you have to be committed to what to what you're doing. If you're not committed, it's not going to work, guys. So to be honest with you, I mean, Safelists work. I just joined a program the other about a month and a half, almost 2 months ago. And from the time I joined that program, I've been on the top, number one in that program for the past 4 weeks. And I've placed about almost 500 people in that program already, just using Safelists. And I showed Frank, how much money I was making just by doing that. And all I was doing was just using Safelists. And the way I use Safelists, I keep my ads short, guys. When you're going to be advertising in Safelists, I use the same headline that I use. I also put that inside the body of the ad. I try to keep it short because what people are there for is they mostly going to be trying to click on the link to get credit for viewing the website at the time. So basically, that's what you want to do is keep it short, simple, and to the point. If you have something that you want to offer them for free, maybe you have another Safelist or something that you join, and you have a promo code that you want to offer them to go to that to join that program, that Safelist. I mean, people are always looking for ways to get more advertising, and that's pretty much what I focus on. Or if people more into getting free advertising, getting free, getting instant payments. Who doesn't want to get instant payment? Nobody want to wait around to be getting checks sent to them or getting paid every other week or every once a month. So the instant payment really catches a lot of people attention when you're doing your advertising, and that's how I pretty much do a lot of my marketing. I either offer something for free, I offer them a way to get instant payment. They can be getting instant payment while still working their primary program all at the same time. So that's pretty much the way I do it, guys, which is very simple. Anyone have any questions? I know some of you might have, joined some of my other programs that I've done in the past. I'm all about, helping the little guys, building systems for them that's going to help them out. Right?
We're just waiting to see if any questions actually surface. Nothing so far. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but I'm really sold on giving this a go. Thank you so much, Marvin.
You're welcome,
for
JD.
coming out. Sorry?
No, JD was saying something.
Oh yeah, just as he said thank you, I think. You're getting a lot of thanks, and from me too. What'd you say?
Dale has a question.
Okay, so
Dale, I manually posted Safelists, but it's very simple. If you know how to use, I use Windows, and you can multitask on Windows using two browsers at the same time by putting them side by side by each other. And all you have to do, if you're using Google Chrome, even Firefox, you can split the windows and put them side by side, and you can multitask at the same time. All I do is copy and paste. What you want to do is, before you start doing your advertising, you want to make sure and get the ads or the ad that you're going to be using for whatever program that you're going to be advertising for at the time. And what I do is I have tabs within inside my browser, like folders, and you can create folders and you can put all of your whatever websites that you're going to be Safelists that you're going to be advertising in for that day. You can bring them up, and you can even categorize them as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and in Firefox you can open them all up at one time. like 10 of them at one time, and you can be using the control tab and going back and forth between safe lists. It's very simple once you get the hang of it.
Okay, you know what, that, I don't know about the rest of the people, but I can half understand what you're saying, Marvin, because I'm one of these people that's not visual at all. Like people, you explained it well. I'm not a visual guy. So here's what I propose. You know, you dropped a tremendous bonus for everybody here in the IRC to really get involved. Both Janet and yourself are going to make sure that you can thoroughly test out whether this works for you or not. So what I'm going to suggest is that if you had some kind of a little video showing you what you're talking about, the folders and the side-by-side thing, we'll put it in the training section along with a link to the bonus structure so that people are going to get basically, like you said, hundreds of thousands of credits to be able to get quite a bit of advertising without having to spend any money.
Mike, give me one. Frank, give me 1 second. Dale, you can buy. What I do is when I join a safe list, and if that safe list is producing for me, I mean, I join for free and I use the credit. But if that safe list is producing, then I'll go ahead and upgrade with inside that safe list. But you don't necessarily have to buy a whole lot of credits. You can get credits by referring people. You can get credits by using the promo codes, which I use a lot of promo codes and when I'm joining Safelist as well. So if a Safelist has a promo code, I'll join that using the promo code and then test it out to see how it's going to produce. If it's not going to produce, then it doesn't make sense for me to upgrade inside that Safelist. And Alex, you don't have to read all the emails. If, for instance, if you're going into a safe list and you don't have enough credits, you can just view enough emails to get enough credits to do your emailing for that session. And then you can delete the rest to keep your inbox clean. For me, I probably wouldn't get to some of my inbox for like almost a month because I have so many emails. But I mean, I just go in and view a couple of ads, get some credits, and just delete everything else. It's real simple once you get the hang of it.
Awesome, Marvin. So thanks so much for coming out. What I find after these things is I get questions for days that don't come up on the night of the webinar, and I'm going to make sure that we understand the questions. And if, like I said, if Janet, yourself, or Barbie can give the benefit of your expertise and that, if you're willing to do that for these people, I'm sure they would appreciate that. And then, like I said, you know, you got a way to get at some of those promo codes and some of the other things, the bonus that we talked about earlier tonight, and we'll make that available for everybody tomorrow. So thanks so much, Marvin, for giving us your time. I really appreciate it, and we'll be talking very shortly. Now, okay. All right, so let me try to get this all straight. So people asked, do you buy credits? And Barbie's got a guide. Janet's got lots of training material. We're going to put something from Marvin too in the training area. I'll get together with these three people, and we'll see what we can put inside the group, what we can put in the training area, so that it's simple. So here's my takeaways from this. Okay. I know Janet has got some tremendous training, and I think we're going to get lots of more questions. And I'm going to suggest that we have Janet come on and do, you know, she runs a system called Contact List Builder. And she has 4 viral mailers, which means that she's the owner of the 4 viral mailers. And she's got a tremendous amount of training on this as well. And due to internet connections and stuff, being grandma and internet connections, we didn't get her on today. But I know she would love to come on in the future, and she's one of the best trainers that I've ever seen. So it would be a real treat to have that. My big takeaways from tonight are, they all work if you're persistent and consistent. So I'm going to test it. I am going to do a ton of safe list marketing. I'm going to come up with different funnels, different freebies, and I am going to test it and test it and test it. And I'm going to let you know my honest to God results. So I'm expecting good results. I'm going to take the advice that these people have shared with us, and I'm going to practice that. And we're going to make sure, like we said, between Janet and Marvin, we're going to get you a whack of credits so that to test out your systems, because sometimes you won't always put the perfect ad and it's not pulling, and you try something else and all of a sudden you get some results. So we're going to make sure that you have enough ammunition to give this a good go. So you need to do lots of it. That's one of the things that I heard. I heard that from Barbie and I heard that from Marvin. Okay, you need to do this a lot. Well, any time of marketing is like that, right? Even when I have a huge, giant email list, you know, that are used to getting emails from me. It's not a safe list. It's subscribers, and I email a list of 10,000 people. Sometimes only 5% open the email. That's 10,000 people, and you only get like 50 people open your email. It's you know, so any type of marketing has to be done with a high frequency. The cool thing is, this seems to have a system that if you really, really get into it, then it may produce some real fruit. Now, one of the things that, you know, I have to say is that if you're going to try a system to do marketing, like let's say you're going to really try Facebook, okay? Then you better become almost an expert at Facebook, because until you are, your results will be ordinary. When you're an expert, they could be extraordinary. And I'm going to guess this is exactly the same thing. You have to commit to doing it over and over and over. You know, maybe that 1 hour or 2 hours every single day, and be prepared to have 60 days where, you know what, maybe your ads are not as sharp as they need to be. Maybe your capture pages need to be a little bit better. Maybe your copywriting needs to be a little bit better. But we've given you all kinds of tools to really refine that. And I'm going to do a lot of teaching in the coming weeks about funnels and capture pages in particular, how to keep it simple and how to get people's attention. Because in any type of marketing, you need to get them to that page. And once you have them on that page, then you got a real good shot that they're going to sign up with you, right? So you got to do it a lot. You need many avenues of marketing. So in the safe lists, I forget how many Marvin said, but it was such a large number, I was floored at how many that he participates in, right? But this is a man who's been doing this for full time for a long time, and his entire business model is built on it. So he takes it super serious, and he makes it work for him, you know? That's what Barb told me earlier, consistency and dedication, consistency and dedication. Even if you only have 1 hour a day, choose how you're going to go about copying and pasting your free offers. Doesn't matter if it's on safe lists, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. You have to be consistent and dedicated and do it. Anybody, no matter how busy you are, can find an hour in a day if they really want to get to the next level of their business. So,
Greg has a question.
who?
Greg.
Greg. Okay, so I went into a bunch of I'm going to answer that question, Greg, for the upgrades. From what I've seen, upgrades are $20, $47. I seen a safe list that included like 80 other safe lists, and that was like $97. And but I'm going to backtrack. I'm going to repeat what Marvin said. If you test, you make sure you're tracking your links, right? You make sure you're putting your links in a method that when you're getting clicks on those links and signups from those links, you know what links they are, so that you know that that was the ad in this safe list. Because what Marvin said is he didn't spend any money on any safe list until he knew one was producing for him. Because there will be some that just like in solo ads that people sell, a lot of people believe in solo ads, right? Where you buy some mailings from somebody else and they mail them to their list. Like if you came to me and said, Frank, can you mail this out for me? And I'll say, okay, I'm going to charge you $1 a click. Okay, well that's a solo ad. And some people's solo ad lists are so good, the top marketers pay them $1.50 a click because those ads produce in that guy's list. And some lists are so terrible that if you paid 2 cents for a click, you'd be paying 2 cents too much, right? So he's saying test them first. So the price is really not relevant at this point. From what I understand that he said is test them. If it performs, then you can upgrade. Most of them have different levels. You can upgrade for whatever, a month for $7, or 3 months for whatever, $10 or $15, or a year for $47. But I'm not suggesting anybody needs to do any of that stuff right now. You need to learn the process. We're going to make sure that we provide you enough advertising credits to thoroughly check it out if you want. If you don't want to, and you're not going to give it a go, then really don't spend any time on it. But if you want to really see if this is the right avenue for you to go after some free clicks for your new website that you got from us, or for your primary opportunity, then by all means we're gonna make sure that you have all you need to get your feet wet. All right. Okay, so it is 9:58. We've got 2 minutes to go. Is there any other questions? Let me know right now, out of the people that are here, how many of the people that are here would like to have a more in-depth training on this subject? So put a yes in the chat box, because remember, I'm going to be doing 1 to 2 training sessions per week now, right? And you know, I need to know when we're going to be following up with this topic. And if you guys would like, you know, if you'd like someone like Janet to come on for a solid hour and show you exactly how her and her husband built their entire business on Safelists, I've already been told that she would love to do that. Nothing? Okay. So with that being said, I'd like to very much thank Barbie and Marvin for coming along. please go to the traffic section of the exclusive offers and go to the bottom where his product is and pick it up. It's only $10, all right? And you got instant cash, right? Easy leads in cash, he calls it. And that's what it is. You're just telling somebody you want an entire system to generate leads and make money at the same time. It's all done for you. And tomorrow we're gonna send something else your way that is going to give you, well, I don't know exactly how many of these safe lists and credits and stuff, but it's a lot. All right. So I'm going to end today. It is now 9 o'clock, and like always, you know, it's impossible to say in words how much I truly appreciate each and every one of you coming out here, spending some time with us. And I am committed to your success. If you have a support question, we have support on every single page of the Instant Reseller Club members area. If you want to talk to me about marketing, as always, you can reach me on Skype. Or Facebook.
Oh, hang on, something.
What?
I have chat with, I didn't see it all. You scrolled up all the way.
Uh-oh. My moderator was asleep at the wheel, and apparently we have a bunch of questions. She was telling me we have no questions,
I
but
was wondering why I'm not getting it.
okay, Belinda's been at this for a while. She says she's got training too. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yeah, one of the things we never really showed is maybe I can make one thing more clear if I go here. I don't have one to share with you right now, but I know Janet's saying it. I know Barbie does it, and I know for sure Marvin does it. When you're sending them from a safe list, okay? So here's what Marvin was talking about before. I joined a bunch. Look at all the emails I got. Okay, I get a lot of emails in a day, but I should have sent them to a different email address, and I certainly will in the future. But what I'm saying is, this is a True Freedom is here. Okay, so here's one of them from Janet. Okay, so I'm going to click on this. I'm going to go down here. We're going to click on this is where you earn credits to see it, and I'm just going to pause the video. Okay, but she's suggesting this is a capture page, and a capture page with a video is even better. But you're not sending people to a sales page. You're sending people to a capture page. One of the things me and Marvin talked about earlier today is you need to build a list. He was supposed to give you the need to build a list rant, okay? Because I wanted somebody else to say it beside me. But list building is got to be your #1 priority, right? And we're going to talk about capture pages and all kinds of stuff, and even a new way to get people on your list and inside the club at the same time, so that you have them, even though you can message them in your downline mailer, you still need to get them on your list, okay? And with our new system, we even found an autoresponder system for you that has, I know this is a lot of information, to have all at one time, but 1,000 subscribers, unlimited emails, free. Okay, so let me say that again. Not 200 messages a day or whatever, but you can build up to 1,000 subscribers, and you can email as many times as you want per day, per month, and it's totally free. This is a godsend for most people building their list, because they get a premium emailer that has no limits, has all of the features that all of the big companies have, but no cost. So when you only have 50 people or 200 people, you don't have another bill of $15 or $25 a month. Okay, we're going to show you how to get involved. So lots of things to learn next week. Lots of thanks to give to Barbie, Marvin, and Janet for hanging in there with her weak internet connection and giving us some pointers. So I still didn't hear any. Did people actually respond to? Did you get lots of yeses or what? Okay, so I'm just going to go back now to here. All right. So when I was asking you if people wanted more training and I wasn't getting a response, it's because well, Alicia was somewhere else. I don't know what happened there, but apparently, from what everybody was saying, yeah, we're getting a yes for almost everybody. Okay, so I'm going to be in touch with Barb, Marvin, and Janet. We're going to work something out. We'll get some stuff put right inside the club, and then we'll do at least one more session on this in the very near future. The thing is, we'll get you started up, and then we'll follow up with some stuff. I'm going to do some Facebook stuff next week and some capture page stuff, and then maybe we can follow up the week after that with an encore to the Safelists marketing. All right. Any last? Because I was going to really hoping I'd keep this to an hour, but we're at 7 minutes over. Okay. Yes. Okay, as always, it is my pleasure to spend some time with you. I appreciate you. I'm committed to your success, and we'll see you next time.